Welcome to Hebrew Words in Scripture. This is lesson 45. This is kind of a follow-up on the last lesson that we did on evil. This lesson is going to be about wicked. We're going to find the word wicked in English and see what words are used in Hebrew for that word wicked. Here we see the word wicked, and you notice the wicked witch that dots the I. This is the common image, the normal image of Anglo speakers for the word wicked. And I put in the word evil here again to show our propensity for considering evil to be of diabolical nature. But we see that our word wicked appears in the Old Testament over 500 or 300 times. 26 times it appears as 7451, which is the Hebrew word we studied last lesson for the word evil. It occurs 252 times as the word 7563, which is the one we're going to focus upon. It occurs 33 times in 17 different Hebrew words. We won't deal with those today. Just as a random sampling, I chose Proverbs 15, and some of the verses here have the word wicked in it. We see in verse 8, the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord. Verse 9, the way of the wicked is an abomination unto the Lord. Interestingly enough, if we look on down here in verse 10, we see the word grievous is represented as H7451, which is our word for evil. And we see that our word for wicked is the word resh, sheen, ayin, rasha, and it means wicked or criminal, guilty, a guilty one, wicked again, hostile to God, wicked, guilty of sin against God or man. And it comes from the word H7561. And it has the meaning to be morally wrong or a bad person. Looking at the primitive root, 7561, we don't get much help because it defines our word wicked as wicked and wickedly. About the only help we get is the idea of being guilty or condemned, guilty either in an ethical or religious relations. But when we get to the primitive root, it does say to be wrong, and by implication, to disturb or violate, condemn, to make trouble, to vex, to be wicked. There's our wicked again. Again, with the word wicked, as with the word evil, I do not see any Hebrew diabolical leanings for either of these words. It is the idea of bad, of worthlessness, of not promoting good relations in society, and or toward God. Looking in the English dictionary, part of our problem with the word wicked might be the fact that it's related to the word witch. And of course, witches were connected to the evil spirits and doing evil things, wicked things, as it were. I want to close with this little discovery. Here in Proverbs 14, verse 3, it says, in the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them. That word foolish appears as H191, and we see the Hebrew word Aleph, Vav, Yot, Lamed, which would be pronounced Aivel, to be foolish, one who despises wisdom, one who mocks when guilty, one who is quarrelsome, one who is licentious. Coming from an unused root meaning to be perverse, figuratively silly or foolish. Is it possible we have borrowed this Hebrew word evil and brought it into our English language as our word evil and attributed all of those possible definitions and nuances to its meaning?